Hello, I hope you're keeping well. It's Mikey here again for another 5-minute masterclass. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how to get promoters to work with you. There's a couple of steps in the getting gigs equation. We've looked at some of them in the other videos. How do I find what promoters I need to work with? It is a big one. Once you've got those promoters, you know who they are, you know who you need to be speaking to. How do you actually get them to work with you? Now, if you don't know who you need to be speaking to or how to find them, check out the last 5-minute masterclass because we covered it in that video. Building out your hit list of promoters, finding out who you need to speak to, finding out exactly how to contact them, getting them their exact personal email addresses so you can reach out. Once you've got all that and it's time to reach out, how do you do it in a way that doesn't leave tumbleweed or leaves you sitting there waiting with no reply? How often have you reached out to promoters and got nothing back and just got ignored? Well, let's try and fix that puzzle now. How to get promoters to work with you. The very first thing I want you to think about when you are reaching out to these promoters on your hit list is don't be a PR. You know when you go on holidays or you're in somewhere sunny or a tourist location and you're walking in the restaurant area and you can see it. You're walking up to that street with all the restaurants on it and all the PRs are lined up outside the restaurants with the menus and all the PRs are outside the bars trying to pull people in. And you're walking down that street and you just know you're going to get pitched by every single one. A pretty similar pitch every single time. And you're walking past. Something to eat? Any food? Would you like a menu? Something to eat? Pop in. Very nice. Whatever it is they say, it's pretty much the same pitch over and over again. Come into the restaurant. Come into the restaurant. Come into the restaurant. Before you even get to the street, you're already bracing yourself for a no. You probably know exactly where you're going. Or you're trying to get down the other end of the street. Even if you are hungry, you need some time to think about it. You need some time to look at a menu. You don't want to just get pulled into every single restaurant. And so you strap yourself in for the no's. And you're just walking down the street. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. You're not even listening to the pitch. You're just rolling it out. No, thank you. And the PRs, they get bigger and eviler as you walk down the street. And you're not listening to any of them. You're not taking on board any of what they say. You're just trying to just let the pitches deflect. You're just trying to not get sold to. So I want you to think of a promoter's inbox, much the same. They come in and it's just full of DJs just making the pitch straight away. Love to play a gig, love to play a gig. And the pitch changes each time. But it's more or less the same thing. It's just DJs looking for sets off you, not really bringing anything to the table, offering anything in advance. They just want to play. They're hungry. You don't even know that they've really checked your event out that much. It's just, you get DJs just blitzing, throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. And you don't know if you're that shit or if they've specifically picked you out and want to work with you. So don't be a PR. You got to change your mindset. Don't be one of the herd just throwing the same pitch out. And getting the promoter hiding and no, you don't want to be one of those. The way I speak to my artists about it is a strategy called cheese that a marketer, Dean Jackson, I heard talk about maybe 10 years ago, and it stuck with me through everything that I've done. The way he talks about it is, if you think of a mouse, they're a very simplistic creature. But they're similar to humans in two ways. They have two very basic needs. If you look at a mouse, he wants one thing: cheese. Now, don't get all scientific on me and go, well, technically, mice actually don't really like cheese. Better off if you give them a sweet or something. Don't care. You know what I mean? Mice love cheese. They gravitate. They want food. They want nourishment. And so if you give a mouse cheese, he's all over it. Give me the cheese. I want it. No sales pitch involved. Mice gravitate towards cheese. That's value to them. But they run away from cats. So whenever a mouse sees a whisker, he's away. It's danger. He knows that the cat wants to eat him. So they're moving away from pain and towards pleasure. Away from the whiskers towards the cheese. And everybody's the same. Humans, when you boil it down, we're the same. We'll move towards things that we want. We'll move towards pleasure and we'll run away from pain. It's just like up above here. When the PRs are just hassling you, there's nothing in it for you. They want you into the bar. They want the commission. They want a customer. They want the business. It's all about them. You just want to eat something nice. And so that's what cheese is all about. It's if you're going to actually get somebody to work with you, be a partner with you, buy from you, book you, sign you, think about how you can make it work for that person. Don't show them your whiskers. Yes, you just want a booking. But everybody wants a booking. And the minute you hop in the DMs and it's just about you and just about your booking straight off, the promoter just sees whiskers and runs away. Just like up here, he sees all of these PRs. Each one of these PRs has whiskers. He knows he's just trying to get sold to. So you just run away. Whereas if you can make it cheese, if you can make it something that the promoter wants, that the promoter sees value in, they're going to gravitate towards you. So, think of the free ice cream. Yes, you have the PRs that stand outside and go, something to eat, come inside, lovely food, whatever their pitch is. There's always the one clever one that stands outside with some free ice cream. The guy with the ice cream parlor, the girl with the ice cream parlor, standing outside with a tray of ice cream. Free ice cream. You're walking past, what's free ice cream? Now, you know, just the same as all of the other PRs, that that's a sales pitch. You know it's not a free ice cream shop. I wish they existed. They don't exist. You know, at the end of it, he's just giving you that because they want you to buy some ice cream. But it doesn't matter. It's free ice cream. He offered it to you nicely. He's got a smile. If you've got kids with you, he'll go for the kids first. The kids will take you. And you're like, look. I mean, at the end of the day, you want ice cream. But at least this way you get to try it. Everybody likes to buy. Nobody likes to be sold to. Promoters like to book artists. They just don't like to get inundated and pitched. So the PR with the free ice cream gives you a little something first. You're hooked. By the time you've eaten the ice cream, you have the taste in your mouth. You've chatted to him a little bit. You're like, right, come on, boom. You didn't even mean to buy ice cream. Now you've bought ice cream. It's the same process. He was a PR out on the street, but he's just got you with some cheese. He's given you value first. He's brought something to the table before asking you to buy. Had that ice cream person just stood on the street and said, want some ice cream? You just would have said no like everybody else, but he didn't. He gave you something. Gave you some value first. He brought some cheese to the table. And if you can do this when you are reaching out to promoters, you will have a much better hit rate. Look, can you just release music to labels and have it do great and get signed and picked up? Yes, that's the process you're doing anyway. What we're trying to do here is make sure that when you're reaching out to promoters, that you're getting results back. Because this is a different process. This isn't that process. This is you getting up off your arse and making stuff happen. And when you do this, you want to make sure your pitch, your proposal is getting actual responses and actual results. And when you do it like this, it will. What does cheese look like for you, though? You're not going to mail a promoter and go, hey, there's some free ice cream attached to this email. So, cheese types. We can go into this in another video because this is a deep, deep topic. But in general, think of it like this. Cheese type number one. At the most basic format, you just having your shit together paired with a partnership attitude. So if the promoter can see, hey, this guy is running his own stuff really well. His socials look great. He's putting out a radio show or a mix each week. He's promoting his releases really nice. I can see he's really active and he does a great job of promoting himself already. I like what I see. So that's number one. And then he can see that you're coming to the pitch. They can see that you're coming to the pitch with a partnership attitude. You're not just, hey, I want to play your event. You're coming to it with, hey, I'd love to get involved. I'd love to contribute. They can see that you would be an asset to the event, that you would help the event be better. You would help promote the event. You would do your work. Everybody wants a team player, somebody that's got their shit together and is a team player and looks like they would be a good asset to the team. So if you come at it with that mindset, you have a much better chance of getting results with a promoter. Second cheese type, if you go to the promoter with a following, if he or she can see that, okay, this artist actually has quite a good local following or has a decent following online, well then that's immediately cheese because they are confident that you can bring a crowd down. Why do people book headliners? Is it because they're 10 million times better than the local guys? No, it's not. Quite often the local warm-ups are just as good as the headliner. But the local warm-ups are quite often playing for 50 quid or free. The headliner will be playing for 10 or 20 grand. Is there that disparity in the musical ability? No. The headliner brings a following and sells tickets. If you have a local following, if you've built up a bit of a following in your area or online, then that is an asset and a promoter will want a piece of that. Number 3, if you have an actual asset, so let's say you've got a radio show that you do on a station that has a good following, or you've got a mix series that has a high listenership. Maybe you've grown a Facebook group around your music that has a decent membership. Maybe you have a social page that has a decent following. Maybe you've grown your own label or brand in your own city and you're running nights with that and it's got a bit of a following and you can come and you can host. All of these things are assets. They're extra things that you're bringing to the table that you can throw into a pitch that just shows, hey, I'm coming at this with a partnership mentality and I would love to come down and play. Rather than just, can I have a set? If you're stuck for any DJs, give me a shout. You're bringing something to the table. He can see, oh yeah, here's a reason why I would book this person over all of the other people that are mailing me to play. So if you bring some cheese to the table, a promoter is much more likely to respond, and these conversations that you're having online are going to bear so much more fruit. Then what you got to do is you got to ask the question. Half the time, getting a promoter to work with you is literally just asking the question. You have a list of all of these promoters that you want to work with. They're not going to kick down your door and come in and beg you to play. You're going to have to reach out and you're going to have to ask the question. That's the next step. Make the moves for yourself. Now, after you've actually reached out and asked the question, done it in a cheese way with a bit of a partnership mentality, you're showing them that you don't just want. You don't just want a DJ set from them. Give me a DJ set, I'll come, I'll get paid. You're coming at it with a partnership mentality. Well, once you ask the question, whether the answer is yes and you get booked, or the answer is no and you don't get booked, but the next step is just do your job. What is your job? Your job is to DJ. DJ's DJ, so DJ. Continue to do your mix series. Continue to post music online. Continue to promote yourself on socials and do a good job at that. Because if the answer is yes and you do get booked, well, you'll need to do your job on that element. You'll need to get in, pull your weight promoting the event, pull your weight when it comes to the event. But also, if you don't get booked, continue to pull your weight as an artist, because just because they said no now, it doesn't mean they won't say yes next month or the month after the month after. You need to keep doing your job. Keep posting the mixes, keep promoting on socials, keep showing that you're a good artist to work with. And then after that, follow up and always be cool. Once they've said yes or they've said no, if they've said yes and you've played, follow up. Try and get another booking. Always be cool. If they've said no, okay, no worries. Always be cool. Keep the relationship, build the relationship, follow up a couple of weeks or a couple of months down the line. Any chance of a booking now? Yes or no? Fine. Follow up, always be cool. It's just a consistency thing. Keep it up. Consistency. You've got your hit list. So these are the right events for you. You've done your research. You've built out your hit list. You know these are the right events for you. You know they're the right sound. You're doing all the right things promoting yourself. And now you're just following up with these events. You've built the relationships. You're being cool. You're supporting them online. You're commenting. You're sharing. You're giving it love because you know you're going to play for this event eventually. And you're sticking in there until you do. You've got your list. Follow up. Always be cool. If they say no, it's not a no forever. It's just a no for this event. Okay? Pair all of these strategies together. And when you are reaching out to promoters that you don't know and you're trying to fast track those bookings online, this will help you have so much more results. Look, there's no replacement for going to a party on a weekly basis and getting to know the promoter and sort of getting yourself into the crew. You're going to get booked so much more easier like that. But if we're trying to reach out and do this en masse with promoters in several cities and countries, you need to speed this process up. It needs to be done online. And these are the tactics and the tips that will help you have much more success in your online promoter hunting endeavors. All right, guys, I will see you in the next edition of the 5-Minute Masterclass. If this has been useful to you, please comment and let me know. I look at all of the comments and I will reply personally. I'll see you later. Have a good week. See you in the next edition of the 5-Minute Masterclass. That is 17 minutes. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you've made it this far, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe so you can get all the future content and let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. But more importantly, if you're a DJ that wants to get more bookings, if you want to lock in better clubs, better festivals and more of them, I want to give you the system that we use to do this with DJs. I want to give you the full blueprint, all the training to run you through it, and any of the tools and templates that you need. There's a link in the description down below where you can go and get it now for free. Go help yourself. Let me help you. Let's get you booked together. The link is below. Did I mention like and subscribe? Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.